friends. Good afternoon. Today's practice will be for Jeannie, and we're focusing on the neck and the shoulders. You might need a blanket for this class, so go ahead and pause the video and grab a blanket. And when you're ready, find your way to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Rest your hands on your legs and let your eyes close gently. And if you notice any obvious areas of tension, you can soften them now. Relax the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth. Lower your chin just slightly towards your chest. Keep the back of the neck long. And find a nice tall, straight spine. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Roll your shoulders slightly back and down. Open the chest. Let the belly be soft. Relax deep into your hip joints. Soften your knees and your ankles. And take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. Let your body breathe for itself now. Not trying to change or direct your breath in any way. Find a soft, natural rhythm of breath. Notice any sensations in your physical body, any sensations of heaviness, of tension, of tightness. And again, if you notice those areas, try and soften them now. Take a few slightly deeper breaths in and out through your nose. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. We'll open our practice with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Release your hands. Gently open your eyes. And make your way onto your back on your mat. Bring both knees into your chest. Interlace your fingers around the shins. Gently rock your legs side to side. Take your arms out to the side now, kind of like out to a T, palms down, and keep that rocking motion going. So the legs squeeze together as you drop the knees off to the right and the left. Bring the knees over to the right. Extend your legs. Draw the knees into the left. And again, around to the right. Extend the legs. And we'll do a few more. Keep your low back, your lumbar spine pressed down into the mat. Good. And switch and go in the opposite direction. Knees to the left. Stretch your legs out, and then bring the knees into the right and back around. A few more. Good, and bring the knees in. Both feet to the floor. Walk your feet in close enough that you can touch those little ankle bones on the side. Keep your feet about hip-width distance. On the inhales, lift the hips. Stretch your arms up and over your head. On the exhale, lower the hips and the arms. And keep going. Inhale, lift your hips. Stretch the arms up and over. Exhale, lower. And keep going, moving on the rhythm of your own breath. Last time, inhale, lift the hips. Keep the hips up, only bring your arms down. Interlace your fingers underneath you, walk your shoulders underneath you. Press down through your heels and your big toes, lift your hips. Lengthen your tailbone towards the back of the knees. Press down through your arms, press your arms into your mat, lift your chest a little higher. Hold here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 'Lift the heels, walk your toes in about an inch closer. 2, 1, and release. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Keep your knees bent, interlace your fingers behind your head. Lift your chest. Lift the shoulders up off the mat. Keep your elbows out to the side. Lift your feet up off the floor. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Extend the right leg and switch. Good. And keep going. We'll do 50. $25. Come on, you're halfway there. Keep going. Don't skip this part of the video. $10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch your arms up and over the head. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, sit all the way up. Reach for the toes. Relax your head, fold forward. And then walk your feet in. Step your feet out nice and wide, almost as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out. And we'll come into a low squat, Malasana. If you have trouble getting your heels down here, you can tuck your blanket underneath the heels. Bring your palms together in front of the heart, elbows on the inside of the legs. Press into your hands, lift your chest. And keep the legs just as they are. Twist slightly to the left, so you bring your right shoulder inside your right knee. Bring the right hand down to the floor. Take the left arm up and gaze up at your thumb. Hold here for 5. 4. 3. If you're comfortable here and want a deeper twist, left hand behind your back, right arm around the front of the leg, interlace your fingers. Open the chest, twist a little more deeply to the left and look up for 2. 1. Release, come back to center. Straighten out your feet and your legs, fold forward. Keep the knees just slightly bent. Grab opposite elbows. We'll hang here in ragdoll. You can sway the torso side to side. And release your hands. If your fingertips don't touch the floor, bring your hands to your shins. Straighten the legs, lengthen your spine, straighten the arms, and look forward. Try and flatten out your back. Breathe here. Release. Bring your hands back to the mat. Bend your knees. Come back to Malasana. And we'll do the other side. Left shoulder inside the left knee. Take the right arm up. Try and gaze up at your thumb. Hold here and breathe. If you're comfortable here and want a little deeper twist, bring your right arm behind your back for the half bind. If you want to take the full bind, left arm wraps around your left shin. Interlace your fingers. Look up for 3. 2. 1. And release. Fold forward, ragdoll. This time interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your arms up. And then fold forward. Let the weight of the arms roll up and over your head. Shake out your head, yes. And no. Release the arms. Bend your knees a lot so your chest rests on the thighs. We'll roll up to standing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times at the top. And then forward. Good. And then shake the arms out. Swing the arms from side to side. Start to warm up your low back. Arms to your side. Heel toe your feet all the way together at the top of the mat. Bring your big toes, your ankle bones to touch, We'll do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A, sun salutations, to warm up the body and to start to time your movements with your breath. So each movement is done in line with your breathing. Inhale, arms come up, palms together, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, if your fingertips don't touch the floor, bring your hands to your shins here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back. Keep the left knee bent over your left ankle, the right knee up off the floor. Press into your hands, lift your chest, and look up. Retain the breath. Step back to plank. Exhale, down knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps up. Exhale, left foot steps up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Release. Inhale to standing. Exhale, head to center, palms to the heart. We'll do a few more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Bend the right knee over your right ankle. Press into your hands, lift your chest, look up. Step back to plank, lower down knees. Chest right in between the thumbs, chin to the mat. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps up. Try and bring your toes in line with your fingertips at the top of the mat. Right foot steps up, fold. Halfway lift. Release. Inhale to standing. Exhale. Two more. Arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest, look up. Retain the inhale. Step back to plank. You can continue to lower down knees, chest, chin, or if you lower through chaturanga, elbows to 90 degrees, no lower, then roll to the tops of the feet, press into your hands. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps up. Exhale, left foot. Halfway lift. Release. Inhale to standing. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. Exhale down. Inhale, press into your hands and your feet. Look up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot steps up. Exhale, right foot steps up. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale to standing. Exhale. Release your arms alongside the body. Spin your palms forward. Take your shoulders slightly back and down. Open your chest. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a few breaths here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Then bring both fists around to the side body. Rest your hands just above your left hip. Lower your left ear down towards your left shoulder till you feel a good stretch here through the right side of the neck, from right about the base of the ear all the way out to the shoulder point. Good, and switch. Bring your head back to center. Take the hands around to the right side waist. Bring your fist just above your right hip. And then lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Step your right foot back. Spin your right heel down to the mat, and we'll lift up into Warrior One. Bend your left knee so it stays in line with your left ankle, and the center of the knee is centered over your middle toe. Square up your shoulders towards the front of the mat. Draw your low ribs and your low belly into the body so you're not back bending too much. Engage the core. Draw the belly in and up. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Take a deep breath in. Open the chest. Stretch the shoulders down away from your ears. Look up. On the exhale, fold. We'll come into Humble Warrior. So your torso and your left shoulder should come all the way inside the knee if you can. Relax your head. Keep stretching your arms up. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring both hands to the mat. Lift your right heel so you're kind of in this runner's lunge. Keep the right hand down. Inhale the left arm to the sky and twist. Try to scissor your inner thighs together and up so you're not dumping all the weight into this left glute. Draw your left sits bone back towards your right heel. Scissor your thighs together. Keep the strength in the legs. Stretch your arms up. And gaze up towards your left thumb. Good. And then left hand down. Step back to plank. You can lower knees, chest, chin, or through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward between your hands. Step your right foot through. Spin the left heel to the mat. And once you have your balance, lift up, Warrior One. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Lift the inner arch so you're not collapsing the arch of that left foot. Strengthen your ankle by lifting the arch up off the mat. Square up your shoulders to the front. Pull the low ribs, low belly in. And see if you can sit down a little bit lower deepening the stretch into the hip flexor and the psoas on the left side. Interlace your fingers behind you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Keep the strength in the legs. Scissor your thighs together. Draw your right sits bone back towards your left heel. And gently shake out your head, yes and no. Release both hands down. Lift your left heel. Keep the left hand down. Stretch your right arm up. Open the chest, twist to the right. And right hand down. Step back to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin, or through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, look forward towards the hands. Jump or step to the top of the mat. Come all the way to seated. From here we'll come into Navasana, boat pose. Lengthen your spine. Extend the arms, flip the palms up. Start to lean back, keeping the length in the spine. Lift your feet. Bring your shins to parallel with the ground. And we'll switch between Navasana and Ardha Navasana. Palms to the heart, extend the legs. Keep your chest and the legs lifted up off the mat. And come back up, Navasana. Lower down, Ardha Navasana. We'll do that a few more times. If you need a little extra support, you can grab the back of the knees here. Keep going, we'll do 3 more. I hope you're not just laying down on your mat right now. 2 more. Okay, good. Now you can lay down. So from here, we'll just roll over onto our belly. So flip over on your mat. We'll come into Sphinx pose. Bring your forearms down to the mat, palms down. Keep your elbows right underneath your shoulders. So you're not sinking down into the shoulders here, but pressing into the arms, lifting your chest. Wrap your shoulders back. Try and draw your shoulder blades in towards one another on the back. Find a grip with the hands. Pull your chest forward. Drag the elbows back towards your hips. And being real gentle with your neck, bring your chin to the right shoulder. Roll the weight of the head down and around to the left. One more time on each side, down and around to the right. Down and around to the left. . Bring your head to center. Lower all the way down. Relax your arms alongside the body. Bring your head back to center. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your legs together. Stretch your fists towards your ankles. And then lift up. Shalabhasana, locust pose. The legs lift up, the chest, the arms. We'll hold here and breathe for 5, 4. This is a great posture to strengthen your back. 3, 2. 1 more breath, lift a little higher. And release. Hands underneath the shoulders, press all the way back to child's pose. Round forward to a tabletop position. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, arch the spine, cow pose. The exhale, round in, cat pose. And keep going. Good, and you can move through a vinyasa here or press right into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. On the inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, leg straight. Level out your hips so the right hip comes down, level with the left. And then bring your knee into the tricep. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, the leg straight. Exhale, knee to the tricep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, try and tap your knee to the outside of the arm. 1 more. Open the hip. Straighten the leg, level out your hips. Bring your knee to your tricep. Good. Kick straight back. Lift the leg up as high as you can. Come onto the ball of the left foot. And then step down. Bring your knees to the mat. Keep your hips up over the knees. Just walk your hands forward. You can bring your forehead to the mat. If it feels good for the neck, bring your chin forward and rest on the front of the throat. Walk your hands back in. You can move through a vinyasa or press right up to down dog. So same thing on the other side here. Inhale the leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, leg straight. Level out your hips. Then bring the knee to the left tricep. A few more. Inhale. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, leg straight. Exhale, knee to the tricep. Inhale. Open the hip. Straighten the leg, level the hips. Knee to the tricep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Knee to the tricep.
One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the tricep. Good. Bring the knee to center. Step your foot all the way through. And then come up to standing. Okay. We're doing good? Turn your right foot out. Turn your left foot so the outer edge of your foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat, and you're lined up heel to heel or heel to inner arch. Keep both legs straight. Extend the arms. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, reach out over your right leg and pivot the arms. So your right hand can go on the shin here. If you have a block, you can place your hand on that block. Maybe you reach the ankle or the floor. Wherever that right hand is, press into the right hand. Rotate the chest up and gaze up at the left thumb. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage the thighs, press down through the feet. Engage the core as you come up. And switch your feet. Lengthen. And pivot the arms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage the thighs, press through the feet as you come up. Turn both feet in, kick the heels slightly out. Lengthen the distance between your feet so that your heels are underneath your wrists. Bring your hands to your low back, right about where your pockets would be. Draw your elbows in. We'll take a little supported back bend here. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine from the waist all the way up, and then release your head back. If you're comfortable here and want a deeper back bend, you can walk your hands down the back of the legs. Walk the hands back up. Again, we'll switch the feet and come into goddess pose. So the toes turn out this time, the heels come in. And bend your knees. The knees tend to fall in here. Press your knees back. Try and keep them in line over your ankles. Inhale, both arms up. Swing your right arm underneath the left. Twist the arms like ropes. Either bring the back of the hands or the palms together. If you have really tight shoulders, just grab opposite shoulder here. Start to spin your hands a little bit. Bring the pinkies a little more towards the left, the thumbs to the right. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Press your hands forward away from the face. We'll hold here for 5, 4. Squeeze your feet together on the mat. 3, 2, 1. More deep breath. Good. And unwind. Extend the arms. Switch your feet again, toes in, kick your heels out. On the exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Spin your fingertips back and start to walk the hands underneath you. And release. Walk the hands back to center. Halfway lift. With a flat back, bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to standing. Take one more round of goddess pose. Switch the feet, toes out, heels in. And sit down nice and low. Press the knees back. Inhale both arms up. And swing your left arm under the right. Start to turn your hands. Bring the pinkies to the right, the thumbs to the left. Lift your elbows up in line with the shoulders. Press your hands away from your face. Hold here and breathe for 5, 4. Maybe you try and lift your heels here, balance on the toes. 3, 2, 1. Good, release. And we'll take one more deep forward fold. Switch the feet again, toes in, heels out. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the outsides of the ankles. Then use that grip to deepen your forward fold. Lengthen the spine first, lift the chest. Keeping that length in the spine, deepen the forward fold. Bend your elbows back alongside the calves. And deepen your forward fold not by rounding your spine, but by letting your pelvis tilt over the thighs so you feel that lift from the sits bones. And release. Walk the hands to center. Take a few deep lunges from side to side. The leg that's straight, point your toes up so that middle toe stays in line with the center of the knee. And if you want to make this a little more challenging, you can bring your palms to the heart as you do this or extend the arms out. Come back to center, straighten both legs. With a flat back, hands to your hips, come all the way up. Shorten the stance just slightly with your feet. On your heels, pivot. Let's go to the back of the mat. Good. So your left foot should be perfectly straight. The right foot turned in to about a 60-degree angle. If you feel a little wobbly here, to help with balance, step your feet further away from one another. Square up your hips and your shoulders to the back of the mat. Keep your left hand on your left hip to start. Fold forward. And bring the right hand down. If you can't reach the floor, bring your hand to your shin. If you can reach the floor, try bringing your hand to the outside of your left foot. Press down through your right hand. Rotate the chest to the left and twist. Your hips should stay level here, so with your left hand you can kind of give yourself a self-check. The sacrum should be flat. If you have your balance here, extend the left arm up. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down. Both hands to your hips, come all the way up. Pivot to the right, and then again to the front of the mat. So right foot perfectly straight, left foot turned in to about a 60-degree angle. Square up your hips. Start to fold over your right leg. And bring the left hand down, either to the shin, to the inside of the foot. If you have your balance and want a little more challenge, reach the left hand to the outside of your right foot. Press into the hand, rotate your chest to the right, twist. Use your right hand. Make sure both hips are level, the sacrum stays flat. If you have your balance, extend the right arm up. Hold here for 5. Keep lengthening through the spine. 4. 3. 2. 1. Right hand down. Good. You can step right back to down dog or move through one last vinyasa. Keep your hands and your feet just as they are. Bring your elbows down. We'll come into dolphin pose. So if this is really hard for you, try bending your knees a little bit. Lift through your tailbone. Press through your hands. Send your chest back towards your thighs. So you stretch into the shoulders. If you're comfortable here, start to walk your feet in a little bit closer. And if you really want to build some arm strength, you can do these little push-ups. Bring your chin towards your thumbs and press back. So we'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and bring the knees all the way down. Arms alongside your body, rest in child's pose. Round up. And we'll come into pigeon pose. So I'll give you a couple options. If you practice this posture regularly and you're comfortable doing it with this right knee bent out in front of you, the left foot stretched back, you can come into that version of it. If that creates any pain in your knees or your hips, please do this on your back by bringing your right ankle over your left knee. You come all the way onto your back, interlace your fingers behind the left knee, and start to pull your leg into your chest. Before you fold here, your hips should be squared up towards the front of the mat, and they should also be level with one another. So if you're kind of flopping to the right, use your block or your blanket to prop up this right side. You can rest your forehead on your hands. If you're really comfortable in pigeon, thread this left arm under the body and twist to the right. Switch sides. Prop up this left side with the block or the blanket if you need to. And fold forward when you're ready. Relax deep into your low back, your hip joints, the left glute. And soften your shoulders, your neck, and the muscles of the face. And start to walk your hands back in. Swing both legs out in front of you. And shake the legs out a little bit. Bring your right knee into your chest. Step the right foot to the outside of your left knee. You can also bend this front leg. If you do this and you feel your right sits bone kind of lifting up, then you need to straighten this leg back out. Your hips should be level here, and you should feel both of those sits bones pressing evenly into the ground. Take your right arm behind you. Inhale the left arm up and twist to the right. If you're comfortable here, right arm behind your back for the half bind, or interlace your fingers for the full bind. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, lengthen your spine, lift your chest, take the shoulders back and down, 2, 1, twist a little deeper, good, and release. Extend both legs, bring the left knee into the chest. Left foot to the outside of the knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Hook your elbow outside the knee. And twist. For the half bind, wrap the left arm behind you. The full bind, interlace your fingers. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Bring your chin a little closer to your left shoulder. Hold here and breathe. Good, and release. Extend your legs and come all the way onto your back. From here we'll come into shoulder stand. If you don't practice shoulder stand, or if you're not inverting for any reason, then just take the legs straight up into the air. If you're near a wall, you can scoot up against the wall and take legs up the wall. If you are coming into shoulder stand, arms right alongside the body. You should be able to feel your elbows on your rib cage. Press down through the arms, Lift your legs and your hips, bring your hands to your low back. Extend the legs. And one at a time, we'll take the legs over the head. Bring the right leg down. And switch. One more time on each side. And both legs over the head. Halasana, plow pose. If your feet don't touch quite yet, please keep your hands at your low back. This will help protect your neck. If your toes do touch, you can extend the arms. Keep lifting the back of the knees. Stretch the heels away from you. Hands to your low back. Slowly roll out. Bring the knees into the chest for a couple breaths. And gently rock your legs side to side. You can turn the neck side to side. Extend the legs out on the mat. We'll come into Matsyasana, fish pose, which is a counter posture to shoulder stand. It helps release any tension that might be in the neck. Bring your arms underneath the body so the arms are straight. Get the elbows, the shoulders under, palms down underneath the glutes. Bring your legs together. Press down through your elbows, lift your chest, your shoulders, let the head relax back, just the crown of the head rest on the floor. Press your shoulders forward, away from your ears. Hold here and breathe. Release, lower down. Bring the knees into the chest. Grab the big toes for happy baby. Open the knees nice and wide away from the body. And gently pull the feet down towards you. Bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers around the feet. Curl up into a little ball. Take a few deep breaths here. And release, soles of the feet to the sky. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, one, Savasana. Open the feet nice and wide, let your toes roll out. Press into the heels, gently lift your hips, lengthen your tailbone down towards the heels, and then lay the pelvis back down on the floor. Open the arms, spin the palms up. Bring some gentle movement back into the fingertips and toes. The wrists and ankles. The arms and legs. And bring your knees into your chest. Roll your body over to one side. The same way we started class. Let the hands rest gently on the tops of the legs. Close your eyes. And let the mind and the heart be soft and open. And this from Yogananda. All life is interconnected. It influences and receives influences in turn. Though all things turn to dust, the very dust they become holds the vibrations of consciousness with which they were imbued. We have a responsibility to others, therefore, and to the whole world. As other people are affected by our consciousness, let us determine always to hold thoughts that are pure and noble. Every quality, mental or spiritual, that can bloom in the garden of the human mind has flowered many times before in many minds. Every thought that we think is a flower in life's garden and not the permanent possession of anyone. Let our thoughts then be fragrant and beautiful, that the memory we leave behind is felt as a blessing on the earth. Let our thoughts be inspired and inspiring. Bring the palms together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra, simple gesture of gratitude. And pause for a moment to acknowledge all the things we have to be grateful for in our lives, all the blessings, the abundance. And we'll seal our practice with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. May the peace, the ease, all the nourishment we receive from this practice, let it ripple out to those around us. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice and for watching. Have a great evening. Bye.